guys, I'm Erin Brenhouse from the Wildflowers creative team and welcome to Glow in the Dark Week. Today we're going to do glow in the dark Sgraffito nails. That's why I called them Glowfido. Here they are in the dark. They're super cute. They look like a tribal design ready to pop in the dark. What we're going to do to get started on this design is grab the Wildflowers gel color polish in Void. This is black. We're going to apply it to the nail in 2 thin coats, curing in between each layer. I love the gel polishes. Have you guys tried them yet? They're so creamy. I just adore them. Then we're going to go right in after this and start preparing our products for the design. We're going to use the glow powders in the new blue color and the new peach color. And we're going to grab the neon pigments so that we can add color to those for the daytime look. So I'm going to be using the orange to amp up the peach glow powder, and I'm going to use the blue to amp up the blue glow powder. So this is just, I literally grabbed the tiniest amount with my jewel spatula. I put it down on my palette and I'm just crushing it a little bit. I'm smooshing it down with my spatula to make sure that I don't have any lumps or bumps, because this pigment is so pigmented that if you end up not mixing it properly, you're going to get a chunk of orange that's not mixed properly with the flame peach glow powder. So this is like the orangey flame peach. When you guys saw in the jar, it's white. So I really want to add this color, this pigment to it, so that during the daytime the nails are still rocking. So I'm just going to dump some into my orange neon pigment, and we're going to do about a ratio of 2 parts glow powder to 1 part neon pigment. And I'm going to take the same spatula and gently just mix that all together, making sure I don't have any lumps or bumps in the neon pigment, like I said earlier, because we want it to all be really glowing and all mixed perfectly. This is a really fun technique, guys, because I like playing and making my own products. I was like, how am I going to make this glow in the dark and look good during the day? So I really wanted to add the color to it during the day. I'm going to do the exact same process now with the blue. I'm going to be using the blue neon pigment, making sure to get out any lumps or bumps that might be there inside it, and grab the Afterglow blue glow pigment and do a ratio of about 2 parts glow pigment, 1 part blue neon pigment. And just like before, grab your jewel spatula and gently mix those together until you have a perfectly mixed new substance. I just love it. This was really fun for me today. I love doing these kinds of, experiments with the products that we have at Wildflowers, because there's so much you can do with them. Can you guys see those little grainy blue bits that are in there? I'm going to smush down. I'm pressing down with the flat side of the spatula and really like scraping it around to make sure that those little blue, dark blue dots, which are just pigment that are like clustered together, are broken apart so that it's really mixed well with the glow powder. That's why I'm really taking my time here, going back and forth to make sure you don't have any clumps. Now that it's all mixed together, I'm going to grab the Wildflowers Topcoat Gel, and we're going to turn this into gel glow-in-the-dark paint. Add a couple of drops to each of your mixed up colors, and then we're just going to mix them with the jewel spatula, just like we did before. So a couple of drops of this. You can also use clear build in a bottle if you wanted. I just like, or even the metallic top coat. I just wanted to have the viscosity of the top coat gel because it's just my favorite. It's not too thick, it's not too thin, so it works well for this project. Now what we're going to do is mix these together to create a gel. So same spatula, and just gently, you don't want to get the powder flying everywhere, so gently just bring the powder towards the gel and mix that up until you get a good consistency. Make sure you get a lot of your pigment and your glow powders into your top coat gel so that it is super pigmented and really glows in the dark. You want to really use those pigments, don't waste them. Then just wipe off your spatula and do the same thing for the orange and the peach glow powder. I really, really love this technique. I can't wait to see what you guys try. Try mixing up different glow powders with different neon pigments and draw with it and tag me and use the hashtag WFGlow. And we are going to share your work. We can't wait to see what you guys create. Just getting a little dog hair out of there. So I'm mixing up my orange and my flame peach glow powder with a little bit of Topcoat Gel, getting all of this ready. If you find that it's too like chunky or thick, you can always add a little bit more Topcoat Gel to make it the consistency and viscosity that you're comfortable with working. Now that our products are ready to paint with, I am going to grab my nail and my dotting tool. Move it a bit aside. And we have our nail ready to go with the 2 coats of void. Let me just adjust this so that it's in the frame perfectly for you guys so you can see. I'm using the double-sided Wildflowers dotting tool to create this Sgraffito glow-in-the-dark design. It's mostly just triangles and lines and dashes and polka dots, but just in a nice, cute little pattern. Here's what I did to prepare for this. Let's give you guys a little show. So you could do a pattern on the full nail. You could do it on half the nail, whatever you're in the mood for. On this nail, I'm actually going to do it all on the right side. We're going to do a right side stripe of the pattern. Let's start with some orange. I'm dipping in with the skinnier side of the dotting tool, and I'm just going to draw using the dotting tool, making scratchy little lines to make a little triangle. It's super easy to do this, guys, but I find that with the Topcoat Gel, it does bleed a little bit. It does, spread a little bit. So be sure to flash cure in between every few shapes that you make so that they don't start to bleed into one another. So I've started with a little triangle, then I'm going to do a line underneath the triangle. I'm pretty much just following the pattern of one of the really cool inspiration posts in the Wildflowers Pinterest board. And if you go check out the Wildflowers Pinterest board for Glow Week, you will see that we have, it looks almost like a glow-in-the-dark pumpkin. That was my inspiration for this design. So I've done 3 dots, doing another dash underneath the 3 dots. All this time I'm using the orange mixture that I've created. And I'm going to want to pop that in the light to make sure to flash cure that so that it doesn't start bleeding together. Now that it's out of the light, I can move on to the blue. We'll do a little bit of blue in the design as well. I really love the way the blue glow powder glows. It's so awesome. It's like the brightest one. It's so, so cool. So now I'm going to just do the opposite, like a mirror of the design I've already created on top. I'm going to do it now in blue in the other direction. So I started with a dash. Then I'm going to dip in and create 3 dots. You could do whatever pattern you like. I was just going with the image from Pinterest. I was just following the actual pumpkin design. It was like a Sgraffito pumpkin. It was so cute. Here we go. Do another line underneath that. And take your time with this. If ever there's an issue, because you're curing in between, you can always wipe off something that you've done wrong. And once it's cured, you can always go back with some black. And if anything is bleeding into each other, you can adjust it with some black gel polish on the magenta brush. Now I'm switching back to the orange. I'm creating a pattern within a pattern. We're going to do the different colors with the different artwork that we're mimicking. So here's another dash that we're going to turn into a triangle. Oh, excuse me. I actually decided that I wasn't doing a triangle. I'm doing dots first, then a dash, then a triangle. I want to make sure that I have the design the way that it should be. as symmetrical as possible. Perfect. I'm going to flash cure that and then go back in. You guys don't see me flash curing, but I am doing it. I'm just popping it in the lamp every few lines so that nothing bleeds together. Finishing off this this like row of the pattern with a triangle going off to the side of the bottom of the nail. It's okay that it's not on the, like that the full triangle is not there. It's almost like it's hanging off. That's perfect. And then I'll just wipe off my dotting tool so that I can go in with some blue to finish off the bottom with a blue dot. After curing, I'm just going to add some details on the side. Make sure to round out this design like the pattern, and to, even though I'm doing it only on half the nail, I really want to make sure that this half of the nail is covered with the pattern. So I'm going into the little corners on the sides and doing some vertical stripes with the dotting tool still and some dots just to fill in the gaps. That'll really help this design pop when it glows in the dark. The more glow powder you put down, the more it's going to shine. So I'm just adding some dots. Sorry that I'm out of frame here, guys. Here we go. Back up for ya. Just perfecting all the little details, adding a little bit of orange on the inside there to really make the blue pop during the daytime. I love the way the neon pigments really added that pigment to these powders. Otherwise, they would probably look white during the daytime. Now grab your Wildflowers Topcoat Gel. Once everything's cured, it's time to top coat it all. So do a nice layer of the Topcoat Gel, making sure to get into all the nooks and crannies of your work. And then you're good to go. You're going to pop this one in the light for 30 seconds in an LED or 60 seconds in a UV as usual. And I just love how they look during the day, but then when you turn off the lights at night, I love how they glow in the dark. These are so cute. I feel like going to a dance party. I hope you guys try it. Make sure to tag us and we'll see you on the next one.